Nothing beats the long-lasting freshness and quality taste of Clover Fresh milk, made with love by Clover.
Hope I have my friend in the form of a beautiful, fresh, full cream Clover taco bake. We are keeping in the Mexican lane this morning because I love Mexican flavors, and this one is something quite cool. So today you are going to be the official passerera and the layerera.
Okay, I can do that for you.
So what I want to get going now is, because obviously this has layers, it's a taco, but with a spin. It's going to be baked in the oven. It's going to have all of those beautiful taco flavors, but with a beautiful, creamy, delicious white sauce binding it all together. So before I get onto the white sauce, I'm going to start with our kind of veggie base layer. So you're going to be passing me all the
to you.
passerera. Let's start with the red onions.
Yes.
Really finely chopped. These don't have to be overly cooked here, because obviously they're going to go into the oven as well.
Okay.
And you know, you want them to still have a little bit of bite, a little bit of crunch. The beans, we're going for our red kidney beans. You can obviously play around with different beans, but red kidney beans are very Mexican.
And it's perfect for, you know, that meat-free Mondays. You know, Mondays in China.
The sweet corn?
The sweet corn. I was like, don't take my job. I'm
Sorry,
very,
Nan, I know,
very
I almost
excited
got right in there.
that I'm helping you out in the kitchen. Oh, and look at that color, beautiful.
I know, that's like Mexico all the way.
Yeah.
Love these Mexican flavor profiles, really are my favorites. Then we've got our tomato puree. Let's get that in there just to start infusing. It's finely chopped tomatoes in their sauce. I suppose you could use a tomato puree as well. Again, beautiful Mexican flavors. Look, Mexican looks good on me, or cooking looks good on me.
The cooking, the Mexican, the everything, it just suits you. Do you want the spices
now we're going to go through our spices. We've got some ground cumin or coriander. Is that the cumin? Coriander.
And this is what I learned from the chef, is they say cumin and coriander is married, so it always goes together, right? And then this one is?
They love each other. That's chili powder. Yeah, ooh, so this, don't be shy, hey? Don't be shy. We want some. You could put some fresh chili in there. I wouldn't mind. That's definitely garlic. And you know, don't skimp on the flavor. When you go meat-free, make sure that you've got beautiful layers of flavor. Oh, that's lovely. Oh, I'm even going to throw some all over the place. But that's looking beautiful. The colors are popping. That's going to form like a gorgeous base layer. It's got some lovely texture in there as well. The beans give it a nice meaty texture. So we'll let that guy just simmer off. Just want the flavors to infuse and to cook through.
Perfect.
And I'm going to create our white sauce, which we've done a few times on the show. I used to think it was absolutely impossible, and now I'm realizing it's actually a little bit easier than you think. The key is don't go on too high heat, because you don't want the butter to brown and burn too quickly. But a white sauce is a white sauce. It's pretty simple. It's butter.
White sauce still gives me that, like, oh my gosh, I can't make this.
I know.
I Google it every single time.
Well, look, and everyone has a slightly different way of doing it. So I'm just going to melt the butter down. And then we're going to add in our flour. And this one we're adding our full cream fresh milk from Clover, which is great. And our cheese as well, just to add a little bit of body, because that really is going to bind our taco bake together.
Absolutely. And you know, Clover Fresh milk is the freshest milk that you will find, with triple protect to ensure you get the tastiest quality and the most nutritious milk. I think it is just like moo with freshness, with double purification, deep cooling and moo quality with ultra clean packing. Look at this, I love this.
Moo quality, I love it.
Again, thanks to Triple Protect, Clover Fresh milk stays fresh for longer, up to 18 days. Who doesn't like that convenience? And again, this recipe is a tasty meat-free Monday option for a plant-based inspired meal. I think everybody one day out of the week just to...
Yeah, 1 or 2 days.
2 days.
I'm sorry, we've got such amazing options now. You really can push the boat out, and you can create things that are going to satiate the family, that are going to be interesting, tasty. And that's the key thing, is don't skimp on the flavor. Okay, that's looking good. It's looking good. I'm going to add 1.5 cups of our Clover Fresh full cream milk. It's about right.
And that sauce is coming on nicely.
Yeah, it's coming dominant.
This is the trick, it's just like stirring it.
And you just got to keep stirring, and it's going to gradually thicken, obviously, as the flour gets to do its thing. But no lumps, which is great. That's first prize. The flavors are all coming together. It's actually working out quite well. I love it. Now I'm going to put in our cheese, and obviously cheese is important. Absolutely important in the taco vibe. You'll see we'll use some to coat our tacos, but you want the sauce to really bind everything together, seep through all of the veggies. Try not to get too much out of it. So I'm going to let that continue to cook down. And now I'm going to need you to passerella the bowl, because I think our veggies are looking just about perfect.
And I love that you didn't overcook it, because it's still going to have that crunch.
Yeah, you need that. And it's going to go into the oven as well, so it's going to continue to cook there. The main thing is you want the flavors to infuse, and that really does look fantastic. I'm going to try and wrap this up as quickly as possible. So we've got some white sauce already made there that I'm now going to ask you to, oh man, the flavors coming off this, the scents, absolutely beautiful. I think that's enough for now. Okay, and now if you can put some of that white sauce, a nice thick layer over that will be great. Turn this off.
That, and I'm sure everybody at home wants to get their hands on this recipe because it is so delicious. ExpressoShow.com is where you can find all the easy steps on how we got to this already.
I'm just mixing in some fresh herbs here, some parsley into my white sauce just to give it a little bit of extra flavor.
Wow.
My cheese is melting through. How's that looking? Beautiful.
Perfection. Perfection, G. You did great.
Give it a nice layer right the way across. It's fine if you kind of get a little bit of mixed, mixed colors and vibes there and everything. It's all good because we want that sauce to really seep through. And you see how nice and thick the white sauce comes out once you've given it a good, and this is already starting to thicken beautifully. All right, final stage. You're going to layer the tacos over the top. Don't be shy.
It is a taco bake after all.
It is a taco bake. And you can cut this into little quarters. You can just dig in there with your hands. I suggest using a knife and fork here. Make sure you've got a nice liberal covering all over the place. And then it looks beautiful. And then finally, just a little bit of cheese because you want that crispy, melted cheese. You're going to pop that in the oven to 15 to 20 minutes. And then you can put some fresh coriander on once you are done, or you don't have to at all. And we've also kept a little bit of our beautiful Mexican salsa that we made earlier, which I think will work so well. So bang that in the oven and you're A4 way. You can find this recipe on ExpressoShow.com. But if you're keen to just relive some of those steps and see how we arrive at that beautiful end product, take a look at this.
Made with love by Clover.